I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I got a baby face, call it. What's going on, y'all? This is Terrance. I want to welcome you to another edition of Terrance Hill TV, presented to you by WTV over the digital airways of YouTube. So we're going to start it off talking about Lil Wayne, the Carter 6. I've only listened to the album once. There are a couple songs off of the album that I've ran several times. I mean, first of all, this is Lil Wayne. So, I mean, lyrically, he's still sharp. The rapping is still sharp. There are some issues, though, with this album, in my personal opinion. And this is all from a respectful standpoint. You know, I'm just giving my opinion. But you know, the album opens up with King Carter, and it's cool. You know, it's just the intro. So unless you're rapping, if it's just like a skit or something like that, I don't really put too much, too much focus on the intro. But a lot of times the intro too could have some meaning behind it to set up like a theme of the project that the artist is trying to go into. Okay, then we transition to a song called Welcome to the Carter. Kind of like that title, because when I think about the Carter or the actual name, the Carter, I immediately think about New Jack City, because the facility where Nino was doing everything was called the Carter. There was one line in this song that I thought was fire. Lil Wayne says, "You've been to hell and back, but have you been to heaven before?" I thought that line was pretty slick, and I thought it was pretty unique. I say this is a pretty decent song. It's a pretty decent track. The next song, I'm not really feeling this song. They did a sample of LL Cool J's "Rock the Bells," and the song is called Bells. Respectfully, I'm just not feeling that one. So I don't really like that record. Now again, I've only listened to the album once. It could grow on me, but I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. Yeah, I kind of, listened to it another time as well. Even though I only listened to the album once, like I said, there's numerous records that I went through to listen to a second time, but I still just wasn't quite feeling that particular record. Now, Hip Hop is a good record. The next song is featuring Jay Jones and Big X the Plug. See, and that's the thing with Lil Wayne, that anytime he has a feature with someone, you can see it pushes him to really, bring his A game to the table. And I love his flow and cadence on this song. So Hip Hop was a good record. I think Big X the Plug is a pretty good MC. He definitely has a swag and a bounce to his music, and you could tell Wayne kind of took it upon himself, like, hey, let me show these young guys I'm still out here, kind of like LeBron or something. Hey, I may be 40, but I'm still putting up 25, and that was kind of like what Wayne did on that record. So it's a good song. The next song we're going to actually review, because it's probably my favorite song off of the entire album. It's called Sharks. It's featuring Big Sean and Jelly Roll. I think that song is fire. So I got to give it to him on that one. I say probably my second favorite song is the next one, Banned from NO, Fire. This one they sampled from Noriega's 1998, Banned from TV. That song was featuring Big Pun, Cameron, Nature, Jadakiss and Styles P. I know Lil Wayne and Noriega have a good rapport and a good friendship and relationship with each other. I know Wayne said he listened to a lot of Nori when he was going to school. So to hear him sample and flip that one, I thought was pretty unique. And I thought it was a good record. Okay, then we get into The Days featuring Bono. I like Bono. I just think this record was just okay. It was cool. I mean, I felt, don't get me wrong, I love Bono's vocals or whatever, but maybe it was just kind of something more so with the production of that song more than anything. Like it was kind of like overproduced or something like that. Okay, then we get to Cotton Candy featuring Two Chains. This is another record I thought was just okay. I thought Chain's verse was good. And I thought Lil Wayne's verse was good. Um, yeah, I kind of saw what they were trying to do, but I don't necessarily know if it executed on first listen. Okay, then we get into Flex Up, which is track 9. I think Flex Up is just okay. It's a decent record. Now, Island Holiday, which is track 10, I kind of like this one a little bit. I thought the flip on the sample was pretty unique. They sampled Weezer's Island in the Sun. I thought it was pretty unique the way they did that one. So I have to give it to them on that particular record. Track 11, is it Lockie's theme? I'm just not really feeling that one. Uh 12, probably my third favorite song, is called If I Played Guitar. I think that's a really good record. It's one of my favorites on here. He definitely went in and he definitely did his thing on that record. So I think that's a good one. Peanuts to an Elephant, which is one of his lyrics from I think 6'7". Um, I don't know. I have to kind of listen to that one a little bit more. Again, it was something with the production on that one I just thought was a little okay. Rari, I think, is in track 14 featuring Cameron Carter. It's a pretty cool record. It's a decent song. Um, Now track 15, I really like this sample. This one is featuring Andrea Bocelli, I think is the name, and Wyclef Jean, and they did a sample of the Franz Schubert, and the song was what Ellen's Dritter Gunsing. It's like an old, kind of like classical song. I thought that was fire. I mean, even if the song was just decent, but just even the attempt to do that one, because I've never heard anyone take that sample and do something to it. So that's definitely a song I got to spin and run some more. But yeah, it's a good record. It's a good record. And I love what him and Manny Fresh did on this next one. This one is fire too. This is track 16 called Being Myself. And they sampled the 1973 song from Dionne Warwick called I'm Just Being Myself. Yeah, Manny went crazy on the production. Wayne was rapping his behind off. That's a really good record. It's definitely one of my favorites as well. Okay, and then we get into Moolah Common. That's like a pass for me. I'm not really crazy about that one. Then we transition to Alone with My Gun featuring MGK and Kodak Black. I thought it was a decent record. I thought MGK killed the hook. He did a good job. I like what Wayne was doing, and I'm a Kodak fan, but I don't know. I don't know how that verse was by Kodak. Not necessarily what he was saying, but maybe just the way it was like mixed. Like I don't know. It just sounded kind of weird to me. And then we close out the project with track 19 called Written History. I thought was just okay. So really what I'm hinting at, I think this is a decent album. It's not trash by any means, but I don't think it's like fire either. And it's not his rapping. His rapping is not the problem. It's just kind of like some of the production was just kind of. But again, I give it to him though, because some of these samples that they did were amazing. So really, in a nutshell, I think this album is too long. Is what I'm kind of getting at. 19 records is way too much. I probably would have liked to see him trim this to maybe 12, 13 at the most. And then we may have like a different conversation, but this is like way too many records on here, in my personal opinion. It's hard. It's hard these days to have like 19 to 20 like bangers, especially when you've been rapping as long as Wayne has, and we've heard so many ideas and concepts from you. I think sometimes less is more. But it's a decent project. I say out of 5, I would probably give it a 3.5 in my personal opinion. And before we get out of here, those that want to follow me on all the social media sites, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, X, formerly known as Twitter, and TikTok, all at I'm in the Hills. Those who want to donate to our efforts to Cash App and Venmo or both, I'm in the Hills. Also, you can send a super chat. I have 2 websites. The first one is www.doubleetv.com. That's with 2 E's. That stands for Epic Elevate the Vision. And also www.terrancehill.com as well. Please connect with me on all social media sites. I would love to connect with you everywhere. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this edition of Terrance Hill TV, presented to you by WTV. Again, over the digital airways of YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well. So check out all that content. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well. Lastly, those who want to donate to our efforts, the Cash App and Venmo or both, I'm in the Hills. You can send in a super chat, and we have merch now. So please order some merch and support this channel. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.
I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I got a baby face, call it